Can I ask you some questions? No? Okay, see you later. Gotcha. Okay, the questions are, basically, does your morning routine energize you? Or are you one of these people that just rolls out of bed, waiting to grab your coffee, and that's what kickstarts your day? Nothing wrong with that, by the way. Or have you signed up to a gym membership, and then some days you just haven't got the energy to go to the gym? Or you've created a load of New Year's resolutions, and then after a month they all sort of just fizzle out. Do you ever wonder why that is? We are all creatures of habit, so we've formed these habits over time, whether they're good or bad. If you want to change things in your life, you might want to change your habits. I've been through it myself, to be honest with you, and I'm still learning all the time, and I love learning. So, what is the rituals and the routines that successful people do that create in the morning? First, I just want to share some stats with you. I just read recently that 97% of people that set New Year's resolutions just don't complete them. They just go unfulfilled. And that only leaves 3% of the population that are actually sticking to their goals. Another stat for you. As mentioned before, 30% of people that set goals don't complete them in the first month. They just disappear into thin air. So the best time for you to be productive, in my opinion, is in the morning. Because that's the time that you've got some peace and quiet, and it's your me time, I suppose. It's for you, especially for you, before anybody else wakes up. Okay, I just heard what you said, you got kids. Okay, yeah, alright, if you got kids, no problem. I know your life is over as you know it. But what you've got to do is get the kids, involved in it. If you're doing some exercise routines, get them to do some exercise with you. If you just want to have the peace and quiet for yourself, then wake up slightly earlier. And so you've got that extra half an hour to do whatever it is you need to do. Basically, what it really is, it's about, this year is about you. It's about your personal growth and creating a routine, and routine creates habit. Or habit creates routine. Whichever way you want to look at it, doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do, create that habit or create that routine. And then that's what will happen throughout the rest of the year, because you'll carry on doing it. Here are 5 things that I do every day as part of my routine. Might benefit you. So, when I wake up, as soon as my feet hit the floor, I say what I'm grateful for. And saying what you're grateful for actually charges you up for the day. It could be anything simple. It could be something like you've got a bed, clothes, food, family, friends, whatever it is that comes to mind, just say what you're grateful for. The second thing I do is I do some exercise. The exercise can be whatever it is you want to do. You could do running, could do yoga, could do weights, whatever it is that energizes you in the morning. Just get your heart pumping and get your heart rate up, because that's what brings a lot of vitality into your body. The third thing, I make sure I have a healthy breakfast. Currently into doing a lot of mixing with different fruits and experimenting that way, and drinking that as a breakfast, and that helps me, that keeps me energized as well. I try to avoid coffee and tea because that doesn't agree with me. Probably a few years now that I haven't been drinking tea or coffee. The next thing I do is I set the intention for the day. And in my journal, I actually write down what I want my intention to be for that day. And there's a science behind this. When you write something down from your mind onto a piece of paper using a pen, it lightens the load on the mind, and also it becomes reality, because it's not something that's in your mind floating around. It's actually physical. You can read it and you can touch it. So I'd advise that. If you more of the digital sense, then sure, use your phone and write something in there, into your tablet or in any app that you're using on your phone. Number 5 is I spend 20 to 30 minutes planning my day. Now, there's a variety of ways of doing this, and there's a number of people that have shared different strategies for doing this as well. So you can Google it, YouTube it, whatever you feel. Ask your friend. You got to do whatever feels comfortable for you. And what I do is, I'm just going to share what I do. What I do is basically, I brainstorm, I write everything down on a piece of paper that's on my mind that I need to do for that day, or what I can remember. And then I look at the list and I pick only 3 things from that list. Yeah, only 3. And I pick the one that I feel's the most hardest. And that's going to move me towards my goal in what I'm doing, you know, for that day. And I'll complete that first. So I'll put a number 1 next to it. And then the other 2, I'll put 2 and 3. And I'll put in order on which I want to do them. And don't beat yourself up about it if you don't get everything done. Because when you have a big to-do list, it can be overwhelming. And so even if you complete just the one thing, at least you've done that one thing for the day, and it makes you feel a lot better about yourself. So there you have it. They're my 5 tips for today. And if I can ask you a small favour, if you really enjoyed this video, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. And also invite other friends, colleagues, families, if you feel and care for them, that this might benefit them too. And ask them to subscribe to this channel and any other social media platforms that I might be putting messages out onto. So don't forget to have the time of your life.